Hi everybody, my name is Ajanette and I am here to do an orientation to teach you how to navigate our course. So when you go on to Glendale's website, you're going to be able to access Canvas. Once you sign into Canvas, you're going to have our course shell as an option for you. So go ahead and click on that. You're going to enter the home screen and that just gives you a little image of me. This is our course banner. You'll see this on all of our course documentation in terms of your welcome letter, your course syllabi, and you'll know you're in our course when you see this. Just some basic information here on the home page. Contact information for me. I do teach full-time at another college, so the office number is actually where I'm at during the week, and I'm primarily only on Glendale campus during the times that we meet together. So you will have to get in touch with me via phone, and then we'll go over some other contact information in just a bit. And so here's a quick little access to the syllabus, a breakdown of our meeting times. So we're going to meet 4 times over the course of our 8-week semester together. And so we'll meet this coming Saturday first, and then every other Saturday thereafter. And then the weeks that we don't meet, we'll be having Skype synchronous sessions. I have those scheduled for 9 o'clock on Saturday. Since those are the times we're supposed to be in class anyway, I'm thinking that that might work better for all of your schedules and that Saturdays just make the most sense. So we'll figure that out. If you have problems with scheduling, please let me know like any other course. So general description, textbook information. We are going to dive into the textbook right away. There is an electronic version, so I recommend that you go through Pearson's website and see if maybe the electronic version's more affordable for you. There is a second edition, but I allow students to use the first edition because not a lot has changed significantly from one edition to the next. And the first edition's more affordable. I do like my e-text because it can read to me on my iPad while I'm traveling to and from school. Additionally, it's accessible more quickly. If you don't get the book until next week, that's fine. We'll make do. We'll fall behind just 1 chapter or so, but that's okay. So get it as quickly as you can and go ahead and order it through Amazon or through Pearson Publishing. Additionally, I do use PC, and that's the typical computer available at Glendale as well. And so I need to interface with Word compatible documents. Unfortunately, some Mac documents I just can't access. So I do have access to supported browsers that interface well with Canvas, and free versions of Adobe Word, Excel, and PowerPoint if by chance you are operating on a Mac system. And then just overall, we do teach the course in modules, and so what you're going to see is each week we're going to cover a different developmental period. This course covers womb to tomb, so we cover from conception through death and grieving actually, and so it really is the whole lifespan all in one course. And to get that done in an 8-week period, it means we're going to go very, very quickly. So I do try to chunk it up in what we call developmental periods. Those are specific time periods in our lifespan, and I kind of group them in related periods. Initially, we're going to just go over the first chapter, which is kind of just some introductory theories and research styles that are evident in developmental psychology. And then prenatal and neonatal development, infancy and toddlerhood, childhood, which is broken into early and middle, adolescence and emerging adulthood, and then early and middle adulthood, late adulthood, and death. And so those are kind of related developmental periods. Within each period, we're going to talk about developmental domains, which are specific areas of development that we focus on in developmental psych. And so in human development, we study cognitive development, physical development, social and emotional development. And what we look at is how people change over time in each of those 4 domains. And so you're going to see some consistent theories that arise throughout. You're going to find some theories that are more relevant to childhood but not adulthood. And then you'll find some things that come up in adulthood that aren't necessarily relevant to childhood. But either way, we're analyzing how the whole person is kind of changing and evolving over their lifespan in those various different areas. So it's one of my favorite courses to teach. It is my background. I have a bachelor's degree in human development psychology and a master's degree in psychology with an emphasis in development. So this actually is my specialty area. I'm going to try to make our face-to-face meetings fun and interactive, and I really try to use a hands-on active learning type of style in my teaching. You don't see that come across as much in the online format because I do videos and I'm just not as animated in the videos. You're talking literally to a camera. I hate my picture to be taken. I hate to be videotaped. I do it for students so that you can have a personal touch, so that you're not in a relationship with a computer, but there's actually a real live human being and a teacher on the other side. And so I do want you to know that, this is a hybrid course, so we'll mix it up a little bit. You'll get to know me in the face-to-face meetings, and I'll look forward to getting to know all of you as well. So just in terms of our course navigation, the syllabus can be located here. Now, if you want to click and have a hard copy for your records, that's fine. The same content that you see throughout here is actually contained within the document. I find it easier just to navigate the Word document because that's just what I'm more familiar with. So I'm going to go ahead and go to our Word document. A little bit about me, my contact information. So you have a couple of different phone numbers accessible to you. On the one contact page that you just saw, you had my office number. Here's actually my home number. So whenever you see the 760, you're looking at my home number. Just through this class, we're going to look at how do we change over the seasons of our life and how do we change physically, cognitively, socially, and emotionally. It's a wonderful, dynamic course. You learn a lot about yourself and a lot about other people. And so hopefully this will be a valuable course. This course literally is about everyone. So I don't know one single person that can say, oh, that course doesn't apply. I'm never going to use it. You're going to use this course for the rest of your life. So I do have our class sessions, listed here that we're scheduled to meet face-to-face. And then the online meeting hours are going to be Saturday at 9 o'clock. Other than that, you're going to be doing all your coursework through Canvas, and we'll do supplemental stuff in face-to-face classes. Again, you require textbook information, and this is what I find to be the page that most students are focused on. So how do I get an A in the class? What's my grade based on? And so your total assignments are broken down here. You're going to have 3 activities that I call your introductory activities. One is a syllabus quiz, and I need that done on the first day in order to secure your place in the class. That is your check-in assignment. So it's just like you attending the first day of class in any other class. If you don't have that syllabus done by the end of the first day, you are eligible to be dropped. So it's really important that you get that done. Then you're going to have 2 other just introductory activities where you're introducing yourself to the course and getting to know each other. And so that's going to include an avatar discussion forum and a workspace discussion forum, and we'll talk about those in just a little bit. Additionally, you're going to have an empirical article. An empirical study is a study in which data was collected, analyzed, and the results are printed using an appropriate research format. And we use APA, which is the format and guidelines produced by the American Psychological Association. So psychology courses will typically have you write papers in accordance with APA formatting. You might be familiar with MLA, which is a more general formatting approach, but we utilize APA in psychology. So if you are a psych major, also we find that other majors, like a lot of nursing medical papers, are written in APA format. It has a lot of consistency and carryover to other social science disciplines as well. That's something that we're actually going to go over in our first class session together. We're going to practice doing one as a class, so I'm going to give you lots of support and scaffolding through that process. So if you've never found an empirical study, if you don't even know how to read or analyze an empirical study, no worries. I promise you I will teach you how to do that. And then it will be due in hard copy form the second class meeting that we meet face-to-face. And so that's not something you'll be doing online, but make sure you don't forget about it those 2 weeks that we're not seeing each other. And I'll try to post announcements just to keep it at the forefront of your mind. Additionally, I have text assignments. A lot of students don't do their reading. And sadly, your reading, particularly in an online hybrid class structure, is so critical to your success. You cannot do well in a class unless you do your reading. So for me, what I try to do is incentivize students to do their reading through the use of text assignments. A text assignment is a document that I've created that basically outlines what I think you should know when you're done reading the chapter. If you've ever had a class where a professor says, you should know everything for the exam, you might know that's a little frustrating. For me, I want you to know just I don't want to say just the basics, but I want you to be able to focus your reading, and I want you to be able to target what you need to pull out of that reading. So the text assignment, I'll take you through the course navigation and show you how to access those and submit those. Additionally, you're going to have learning activities that are also meant to pull out critical thinking on a particular topic that we've addressed in that particular period or chapter. And they're often focused on theories or a really important concept about that particular developmental period or domain. And so I want you to know that for each of these, they're worth 10 points each. You have one per chapter that's assigned in Canvas. However, I'm only requiring you to do 12. There are actually 13 chapters. So you'll have 13 opportunities for a text assignment and a learning activity. But I recognize that life happens and we kind of need a pass sometimes. And so for those weeks that are extra busy for you, then those are maybe the weeks that you can say, I can't get to the text assignment this week, or I can't get to the learning activity this week, and it's not going to hurt you. And so I just want to build in that little cushion for you. We are going to do a group project in this class. It's one of my favorite things to do in the class. It is something we'll do in our face-to-face classes. So I'll give you some time to work together, to form groups and to work together, and then you can exchange information so you can also be collaborating outside of class when we're not together. And then in our final class meeting together, you'll actually deliver those sex ed projects and present them to the class. But when you're designing those projects, first of all, you should know a little bit something about me. That is, nothing is off topic for me. Nothing is too uncomfortable. You can literally talk about anything with me and ask me anything. And I really emphasize the importance of an open dialogue in class. So you'll learn that about me, and then I want you to bring that into your sex ed projects. Think about everything you wish you would have known when you were ready to make those critical life decisions. And then I want you to build this in a way that it's useful for you, whether you're educating a child, a cousin, whomever in your life, friends. Additionally, you're going to have exams. They're going to be administered through Canvas. They're worth 50 points each. And then you'll have a final exam, which will be a comprehensive exam that will cover the duration of the course, primarily focused on theories. I will give you a study guide for that. You should also know for your exams themselves, your text assignments are your study guides. So I either design the exam from the text assignment or the text assignment from the exam. So use those text assignments. They're graded on a credit, no credit basis. So the more depth you put, the better they're going to be, not necessarily for your score, but definitely for your preparation. Direct correlation between depth of text assignments and detail and your exam scores. Everything else, rubrics will be provided, and kind of, again, the breakdown of what we're going to cover for each of these. The first module is going to have the one chapter, so just one text assignment, one learning activity. Thereafter, it's 2 chapters each module, each with a text assignment and a learning activity. So I'm going to stop there, and then I'm going to do a part 2 that's introducing you to our Canvas navigation. I'll see you in just a bit.